that nobody can see that was handed over to us to do something amazing. Take the gifts, man. Take the gifts. Take the gifts, man. And let the Most High work in you to do something you have never believed.
I ain't even impressed what you expect. You see this shit? Hold on, there's one West on my chest.
One West world. That's it.
Fucking street code, little priest law. No stain, great Dane with the leash off. I ain't nothing of this world, I need a respawn. I just know they wish that I would stop, but I keep going. These fringes on my calf like a tube sock. I used to stuff the loose ones in my shoebox. And we came a long way from the curbside. Now we looking from the top from a bird eye. And I can't leave my brother on the battlefield. Lord, let the hell rain, we gon' see who real. And you know they gon' hate when they see a plate. So imagine what they doing for $250,000. And we really the only ones going to war. You niggas just be talking like y'all won the war. I made love to this truth and there's no divorce. My Spanish mommy call me Poppy like a corner store. Let me show you how to do it. City living by the word, I think it's time he proved it. I think you better use your head before you fucking lose it. And save the acting for the camera, this is not a movie. I pray to God I don't fall off. I ain't nothing like y'all. Niggas think they slime, cut their head off a python. Blame me for my outlook, never counted the lookouts. The world said I wasn't shit, but look how I turned out. Not so bad, huh? Why you mad, huh? We go hard, but go harder for the have-not. Listen, when that oil hit your leg, then you can't stop. Your feet better hit the ground running, this shit bedrock. Man, we tried to put him on, but he sleep. Waking up the people, that's the job for a priest. Hopped out the wheel, fringes swinging like a pendulum. You heard of the tribes, where the fuck you think they get it from? Look, I'm a soldier, get the order, then I get it done. Got some big shit to split the water, make these niggas run. Why you hurt? If I told the truth, then I showed you love. Let me prove it, wanna move right, let me show you how to do it. Let me show you how to do it. City living by the word, I think it's time he proved it. I think you better use your head before you fucking lose it. And save the acting for the camera, this is not a movie.
Don't step over the line though. Everybody, anybody, it's up for everybody. And that's not, I got bigger fish to fry. I got people to say it. I ain't even on a rap, so I already beat the rap shit.
Check me out, dog. Roll the window up, man. The water. Brother, dog, brother. The son of a king. I don't Balenciaga. I might just wear a collar. I might just wear the Pradas. But I'm thinking long term, so I might say the dollars. We ain't no better. I'm just being honest. I should've went to college, but I was thinking violence. It's a one West world. We the fucking livest. Break it down, we break ground. We don't break no damn promise. Let's get active, dog. Don't tell me how you feel about it. These cats saying too much. They ain't learn enough. You maxed out the first quarter, I'm still warming up. These niggas tossing up a brick, they can't score with us. Who gon' come against us? On the Lord with us. Them niggas riding for you, I hope they rise till they crash. Put my name in your mouth, I put my belt to your ass. I ain't running no race, I just hope that I last. All them niggas you look up to, I consider them trash. Only time you seen a leader was in Wayne hand. Niggas will dap you, then pop you with the same hand. I'm a main player, I stick to the game plan. He don't really fuck with you, that's your main man. We them niggas came through and made your city hot. Yup, said he in the field, but he really not. And I ain't casting no stone, I just let him rock. And that's the kind of story they gon' read about. But if it's war, it ain't no tapping out. Grip still heat, spit like a dragon mouth.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel
And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Hey, Shalom, Yabashan Shabrakatam to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemalatham, Bashim Yoshai to all the sisters. You already know what it is. Another episode of One West Ground Zero Radio. Also 1000 Ariyah, myself, also 500 Barak Yala. You understand? The greatest podcast in the city of Montreal. You understand? You ain't got nothing better to do than to watch this podcast. Stop sucking on blunts. Stop chasing whores. Stop piling up bodies, right? You know, sit on your couch. YouTube channel, One West Ground Zero Radio Podcast, One West Ground Zero, I.S.U.P.K Montreal, I.S.U.P.K Toronto on YouTube and Facebook. Tune in when you get nothing but the truth from the men of the Lord. Salaki Adawan, what's going on?
Hey, Shalom, appreciate how about you, Shabbat. You already know what it is, man. You know, understand? We're holding it down in Montreal, man.
Damn right. We're about to play these clips. We may have a special guest today, right? Until then, we already know how we rock. We're about to play these clips. We're going to give you the One West perspective on what's going on around the world, right? The U.S. is about to invade Venezuela. And they're about to go to war on the pretense that they need to stop the drug flow. They really want to stop the drug flow. They would just stop buying drugs,
Right.
you know. Then again, they're saying that Venezuela is exporting all the cocaine. I thought it came from Colombia. Not to point the fingers at any other brothers, but something is fishy right here. You understand? Really, when it comes down to it, it's going to be the same scenario as when they went to look for weapons of mass destruction in the so-called Middle East. Come to find out, they went over there for the opium and the oil. You know, they're going to look for the drugs in Venezuela, and then I give it a year down the line. They're going to say, well, we're just over there for the oil because it's the largest oil deposit in the Western Hemisphere. You understand? That little piece of that little area that the Venezuela and Guyana is fighting for, the Essequibo River, the U.S. needs that to go to war because the U.S. is importing oil from what? Canada, Saudi Arabia, so on and so forth. You know, they only have oil in Texas for the most part. Outside of that, they ain't got nothing. And they need that to get ready to go to war. Salaki Adawan.
God. Yeah, man, it's always the same bully, you know what I'm saying, all over the world. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, like the Christ got to come back because, you know what I'm saying, like this bully that's bullying everybody, stealing and robbing everything from everywhere needs to be stopped, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you think like, you know what I'm saying, like the oppressor is such a wise man, intelligent. Nah, he's a bully and all he wants is what you have. You know what I'm saying? It could be your last piece of bread and the bully will take your last piece of bread. So like,
Imagine that. And that's what the Bible says, listen, our oppressor is a sore winner. Like he never has enough. It's never enough. Like imagine he's trying to talk about going to Mars and all of that type of stuff. Listen, the oppressor goes to Mars, finds some type of life form. He's going to commit a genocide on that extraterrestrial life form. That's exactly what's going to happen. But let's get into these clips and articles. You understand? Yeah, and the U.S. deploys largest warship to the Caribbean in major anti-drug operation. This is diabolical. I don't understand how this is the largest, what do you say, anti-drug operation. Why don't you deploy the world's largest warship by China? They're importing all the fentanyl. White people are not dying of crack cocaine overdose. They're dying of fentanyl. They're dying because of the opioids that they get from China. Listen, Donald Trump was not shy to point the fingers at China when it came to the Kung Fu virus. He called it the Kung Flu. You understand? When it comes to the drug flow, it has to be blacks and Hispanics. But who's importing all the opiates? Even the pills come from China. All them things. So where's the warship by in the Chinese Sea, Salakia? Oh, you're muted, I don't want.
so like, I don't know if you remember the movie Blue Magic with Denzel Washington.
Yeah, American Gangster.
God, that's the name. The water. At one part of it, you see, it was the army that was shipping in the drug from different places. you understand, from South America to into the, you know what I'm saying, to the United States. And it's the same scenario that's gonna happen. It's just really like, yes, they want the oil, you know what I'm saying, the natural reserve and whatnot. But they also, you know what I'm saying, just like they did in Afghanistan, you know what I'm saying, started planting poppy plants and poppy field and whatnot. You about to see, like, you know what I'm saying, they want to own the metro, and you know what I'm saying, the metapole, you know what I'm saying, of the drug trade. That's what they want. You're gonna see more drug being, you know what I'm saying, like being pushed, more, you know what I'm saying, Latino brother that's gonna be destroyed and killed on the life for these drugs, man, because that's what they really want is take over everything and anything. Trump is a businessman, so where the money is at, that's where he's going. You understand? Where the little kids at, that's where he's going. So like,
Right. Yeah, they want the monopoly on the drug trade. You know what's that's funny that you say that, because Justin Trudeau, when he was still prime minister in Canada, he said Canada is gonna make their own synthetic cocaine.
yeah.
Like he wants to make he wants to make some cocaine made in Canada. You're about to see bricks with a stamp that said, with a maple leaf that says made in Canada. Trump just won the monopoly of the drug trade. Like he's gonna make it seem, yeah, we're gonna stop the drug flow. Listen, get everybody into rehab. Stop buying the drugs. If there's no buyer, the seller will stop selling. And even then, you're making it seem like it's brothers and sisters who own the monopoly of the drug. Listen, not only was the cartel created by the CIA, whether it's the Mexican cartel, the MS-13s, you know, what you call it again? The Colombian cartel, the Venezuelan cartel, all these were created by the white man in the first place. You know, one of the people who was working with Pablo Escobar was some Nazi. You know, I forgot what his name is. I think he just got released from prison or something like that. You know, they make it seem like Pablo Escobar was just this little poor boy who just somehow made millions and started selling cocaine. You understand? Like, we don't own the infrastructure down here in these countries. We're oppressed, just like in America. Most of the cocaine that comes to France is from Martinique and Guadeloupe, but we don't own any infrastructure to ship the cocaine.
Right.
Like, they owned it already. But now that it's, you know, so they can't say, yeah, let's blame the people, let's blame the Venezuelans, where they're the one who not only created the conditions for anybody to indulge in such criminal activities, but then they're the one controlling every action, every aspect of it. And say, yeah, it's an anti-drug operation. Nigga, you go into war and you need oil money. You need that oil, you need that gas. You ain't going for the gas, you're going for the gas. It's a lot, yeah. You understand? And even then, if we think that the plight is not going to affect us, listen, Patterson and Golding among former PMs concerned about U.S. military action in Caribbean region. Y'all about to see that we have nothing but each other. Whether it's, listen, every single island, y'all better unite with your brothers in South America. Y'all better do that quick. You understand? Y'all gonna see that brotherhood is a weapon, and a brother is born in times of adversity. I'm just paraphrasing, right? I'm about to see that. They're about to go, listen, Trinidad, oh, good night. Lord be with the brothers down there. Y'all better contact Officer Sawap Yala, camp leader in Trinidad. That's what y'all better do. Because y'all about to see hell rain down on you. You think it's just gonna stop at Venezuela? Listen, they're going for Venezuela, you know, mainly because Maduro is a brother that's not shy of saying F Trump and the US. We're not getting recolonized again. They're not doing that. You understand? Who they had before Maduro? They had Cesar Chavez. Those are brothers. That's why they're trying to get rid of them. It's not like Colombia, even though Trump called the president of Colombia a drug dealer or whatnot. The president of Colombia is not a brother. Cesar Chavez was a brother. Maduro is a brother. You understand? Y'all about to see that y'all have nothing but each other down there. Throughout the Americas, throughout the Caribbeans, Central and South America, we're gonna have to see every time we have to go through harsh things to see like them. We need to unite right now. And these are the harsh times, and it's about to get worse. So like, y'all.
And I seen the news where, you know what I'm saying, like the Trinidad is want to do, you know what I'm saying, like joint military exercises with the US. They about to go in there, you know what I'm saying, and you know what the oppressors known for, like, you know what I'm saying, touching little kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry to say it, but you know what I'm saying, like you better watch out with these, like, you know what I'm saying, oppressors, because, you know what I'm saying, once they're in the country, little kids get pregnant.
Damn. That is nasty work. Salaki. We can move on to the next one. Once Canada First rally is back tomorrow in 4 different locations across Canada. Listen, if you think Canada is different than the US, you know what they're rallying against? Immigration. That's what they're doing. They're about to say we want to make Canada white again. That's what they're saying, essentially. You know. Good night. Salaki, other one.
Salaki, is that Elon Musk over there too?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you remember I was telling you, like, they're gonna find another thing to protest about because they're bored. These are the same people that was in the Palestinian marches, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're just bored. The cold is coming. You know what I'm saying? They want, you know what I'm saying? Like, because these rallies are really like places where you meet up people. You know what I'm saying? You meet up a girl, you know what I'm saying? Exchange number. Next thing you know, you have her in your bed later on that night. That's really what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're bored. They want to meet people and have sex. You know what I'm saying? They don't really care about the cause, you know what I'm saying, of immigration or Palestine or whatever they're marching about, because none of them is doing anything to change it apart from marching.
Yeah, why don't you join the freedom fighters? You know, but damn. Listen, this was yesterday. They had they said they need to stop mass deportation and start they need to stop mass immigration and start deportation. Listen, the spirit of the white, if you think white people are different everywhere they are, no, they're the same. A devil is a devil in Canada. A devil is a devil in the US. It's a devil in the UK. They did that in the UK. 100,000 people marched in the UK against immigration. They clashed with the police. They started fighting them. Imagine that. It is about to get worse. And if you think you're going to join them because you're tired of East Indians as well, and Chinese people and all the refugees, all of these people will turn against you. Because no matter how tired you are of these illegal East Indians, guess who is the #1 people being deported from Canada? It's not the East Indians. It's not the illegal Chinese. The illegal Africans. It's the Jamaicans. It's the Haitians. It's the Mexicans. It's the Venezuelans. You know, y'all better wake up. So like, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And they should do something that they never do, is like lead by example. Deport yourself back to the Caucasus Mountains. You know what I'm saying? Lead by example. You know what I'm saying? This land belongs to the native Indians. Deport yourself back to the Caucasus Mountain and make it great again. You understand? Still like.
Yo, that is hilarious to say that. Let me see if I can find this. I seen this clip today. Good night. Let me see if I can find it. Who posted that clip? I think it's Captain Kaposh.
Good. I mean,
I found it
on TikTok this morning.
I found the clip. This is the greatest movie trailer ever.
Where are we supposed to go? Back to where you began. The Caucasus Mountains. Build something better there.
Daddy, I don't want to go to the Caucasus Mountains. I want to stay here.
You are ordered to evacuate peacefully. The mountains await your rebuilding.
This is a troglodyte we're dealing with.
James, they said we gotta leave tonight. They're taking us to the mountains. Tell them we're family. James, they said we gotta leave tonight. They're taking us to the mountains. Tell them we're family.
I don't want to go to Caucasus Mountains. I want to stay here.
All Caucasoid partners report to processing.
Caucasoid partners report to processing. Repeating.
She's my family.
Partners.
You can't decide who I love. Move them now.
You leave tonight to the Caucasus.
Every American citizen of European descent will be relocated.
They can't really do this, can they?
For the sake of this nation, they will go. And they will endure.
They're sending us to freeze.
Then we don't freeze. We survive.
We never meant no harm. Then you should have said something when harm was done.
Hey, listen, this is the greatest movie trailer ever. To make this real, they have to make this movie. I've never seen them. Listen, I don't remember the last time I've seen a. Good night. I'm at a loss of words. When's the last time you seen a movie trailer like this one? When's the first time? This gives me the vibes of fucking the movie Get Out. I need to see this movie. This is like the movie 2012 when the world was collapsing and shit like that. Damn. The greatest movie ever. They say you need to go back where? To the Caucasus Mountains. Well, damn. And crazy how white people are shocked. We tell them, yo, go back where you come from. Aren't you telling that to everybody else? I thought we were all equal. If we have to go back where we come from, why can't you go back where you come from? Why is it a shocker? Because you're the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. And you see, let me pull that precept real quick, right? The Bible says that God hates the white man. And I'm going to show you how much he hates the white man. Let me go to Malachi real quick. Let me say Malachi. Let me start chapter 1, verse 1, yeah? Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. Verse 2. I have loved you, said the Lord. God loves so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. He loves the children of Israel, as it is reiterated in the book of Romans. You understand? Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I love Jacob. God loved Jacob. But does he love Esau as well? Who is, other name is Edom, the forefather of the Caucasian race, the Edomites. Verse 3, and I hated Esau. Listen, God hates the white man. He hates the white race. He loves blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which you call niggas, spics, and savages. He loves them. Let me keep reading. And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Listen, I've traveled in multiple places. I've been in New Brunswick. I've been Central and South America. I've been to Europe. I've been to Africa. You know, you see beautiful places all over the world. You see places like people want to go to Bali in Asia. Bali is amazing. This is some of the most beautiful beaches are in the Philippines. Sometimes you're like, well, damn, what is this place? There's a garden with pink, I think pink flowers all over the trees in somewhere in Japan. It's amazing. Imagine out of all the nations that the Lord hates, not only does he have to specify that he despises Esau specifically, but his dwelling in habitations is nothing but wilderness. Like, you're the only nation that God hates that dwell in like a crevice in the cleft of the rock, as it said in Obadiah. You're the only nation. At least the Africans have river. They have trees. They have savannas. The Asians do as well. The East Indian, I mean, even though it stinks, it smells like curry, some place in India is beautiful. Your land is desolate. That's how much God hates the white man. Verse 4, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Listen, God hates the white man so much that he left you nothing. I'd rather be in the Sahara Desert with a little oasis every now and then than to dwell right next to the white man by the caves of the Caucasus Mountains. That's where you dwell. That is your place where you habit. You inhabit these places. You inhabit the desolate places. That's what the Most High left to these people. And don't get me wrong, he hates the Africans as well. He hates the Arabs. He hates God despises every single nation but the nation of Israel. But out of all these nations he despises, the white man is the one that he hates the most, so much so that he left them nothing but dust and desolation.
God. And then you know, saying like that video is so amazing. Like you're saying, like you see, like the brother said, well, these are troglodyte that we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
this is what you are. Like, you think you're better than everybody. And another thing is, like, you see where the woman is crying and say, like, well, we got to go back over there and cry. Well, I thought you was the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? You're over anybody. It shouldn't be a problem. You going back over there, build it. You know what I'm saying? Make it great. But one thing that they understand is they cannot survive without black Hispanics and Native Indian. They can't survive
Right.
without the people that put them in slavery. You understand? That they put in slavery, Salakia. You understand? And also like where the old Edomite, you know what I'm saying, said, we didn't mean no harm. So you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? And this is how they think as well. And this is what they would say, we didn't mean no harm. So all this time you was, you know what I'm saying, persecuting us, you know what I'm saying, in the street, you understand, like calling the cops on us, walking, you know what I'm saying, like following us everywhere. You didn't mean no harm. You treated us like, you know what I'm saying, like one of your own and everything. Nah, you know what I'm saying? You didn't mean no harm when you was, you know what I'm saying, killing our babies, you understand, raping our sons and whatnot. You didn't mean no harm. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like this is obviously it's AI, but it's gonna be a real life movie. You know what I'm saying? For you that say
Right.
the Bible is the white man book, what you see in that video is actually in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says we will bring them in their places. We're gonna put these nations in their places, man. You know what I'm saying? And the place of the so-called oppressor is captivity, slavery, or you know what I'm saying, the mountains, you understand? Because he's not fit to be a civil human being, you understand, to be civilized. He's not fit to be,
Right.
you understand, somebody, you understand, that you could trust, you understand, a righteous human being. He always, you understand, the oppressor will always be the devil that the Bible speak of, you understand? And this should tell you, like, the white man didn't wrote the Bible. He stole the Bible from us, man. You understand? Stole the Bible. You just seen, like, you know what I'm saying, Officer Barakala said, well, you know what I'm saying, like, showed you that the Bible said God hates the oppressor, man. God hates Esau. You know what I'm saying? God hates the people that put us in captivity and slavery. And you think like they wrote the Bible? Nah, this is our book. And what you're seeing in that video is gonna take place in the future, man.
Damn right. And it's going to be amazing. Listen, we have to play that trailer again. I need to watch it. Listen, we're about to see that movie in real life. We're about to all be characters in that movie. That's all I gotta tell you. Salakia.
Where are we supposed to go? Back to where you began. The Caucasus Mountains. Build something better there.
Daddy, I don't want to go to the Caucasus Mountains. I want to stay here.
You are ordered to evacuate peacefully. The mountains await your rebuilding.
This is a troglodyte we're dealing with.
They said we gotta leave tonight. They're taking us to the mountains. Tell them we're family. James, they said we gotta leave tonight. They're taking us to the mountains. Tell them we're family.
I don't want to go to the Caucasus Mountains. I want to stay here.
All Caucasoid partners report to processing.
Caucasoid partners report to processing. Repeating.
She's my family. You can't decide who I love. Move them now.
You leave tonight to the Caucasus.
Every American citizen of European descent will be relocated.
They can't really do this, can they?
For the sake of this nation, they will go. And they will endure.
They're sending us to freeze.
Then we don't freeze. We survive.
We never meant no harm. Then you should have said something when harm was done.
And Salakia, and you know what's crazy? Not only the white man is ready to do something horrific to survive. They say, "But we don't freeze, we survive." They're about to kill each other and eat each other up, you know, because there's nothing over there to eat in the Caucasus Mountains. What they're gonna make? Fucking, you know, chew on rocks? But it's so accurate. There's that coon nigga that said, "You can't tell me who to love. She's my family." Listen, this is real life. This is what's the nigga name again? He tried to, what's the nigga name again from the Fugazi podcast? That's him.
Yeah, God.
That's Captain Saber Ho, Captain Saber white woman. Shit, Christ called the white woman a bitch. Shit, Captain Saber bitch. Salakia. You know? But damn, this is even more accurate because I forgot about that part. You know, when I said this is a troglodyte we're dealing with. Know who you're dealing with. It's not just, you know, some regular heathen. It's the ambassador of the heathens. The most despised. That's what the Bible says. Listen, how can you say the white man wrote the Bible when he's the villain in the Bible? He's not the hero in the Bible. He's the villain. That's literally what he is. And now that he has to be, you know, brought to justice, just like all criminals who commit horrendous crimes, you know what they do? They start crying and say, "I didn't mean to do it. We meant no harm." You meant no harm when you fed us when you fed our babies, newborn babies, to alligators. You meant no harm when you poured boiling hot scalding water on us and made our skin melt off of our bones. You meant no harm when the brothers were just lynched, what, a month ago? See, the thing is, white people have no humanity or compassion when it comes to anyone else but them. Now they have to be understood. It's just like all these school shooters. Well, he was a troubled kid. You know who's a troubled kid? All these people that you say are the criminals that are shooting up each other. These kids that join gangs, the Bloods, the Crips, you understand, the Zopound, all these are troubled kids. But you know what you see when you see them? You don't see troubled kids. You see predators. That's what you see. You understand? I think it's Donald Trump who said that. He called us predators.
Yeah.
When he's out here on live TV, said grab him by the box. And we're the predators? Listen, this is the problem. White people have to be deported to the Caucasus Mountains. Deport yourself. And if you don't, God will.
Right.
So like that one.
Right. Understand. And this is a message, you know what I'm saying? Not because we're not saying that because of the color of your skin, you know what I'm saying? Like we're saying that because of crimes that you have committed on the earth. You understand? You have filled the earth with crimes. And you understand you have the audacity to say the people that you broke down, destroyed are the criminals when you did every type of atrocities on them. And not only them, on the rest of the world as well. You know what I'm saying? You go to another country, you have a country where you know what I'm saying, the children are running away from white women because they think, you understand, you're gonna massacre all of them. You understand? It's like they're seeing like a ghost or something, like the demon itself. You understand? So it's not because we hate the color of your skin, but it's crime. You know what I'm saying? Like God doesn't hate you because you are white, you're red or whatnot, but because the people that you took, the people that you put hands on, the people that you ate are actually the God's chosen people, the 12 tribes of Israel, the same people that were in slavery in Egypt, and God destroyed Egypt for their sake. So
Right.
He will do the same to you. So like,
If not worse.
huh?
It's lucky. We're gonna move on to the next one. We're gonna say Palestinian refugee living in Montreal slams white people over Halloween decoration. Good night. We're about to play the clip, but this is crazy. How are you gonna move to somewhere and complain about the culture of the people whose house you moved in? Well, we know it's not their house, but you get the point.
Is this okay? Is this like how holidays look like? This is like just across the street from my sister's. Like, is this fucking okay? What's the fun about it? Like, what is the fun about it? What is civilized about it? What is holiday about it? Fuck you all. Fuck you, like, white people. Fuck you, like, Westerners and West. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, fuck everyone. I just...
Well, damn. That sounds like white fatigue. Listen, is it in 2025 that you have to realize that white people are not civilized and that all they celebrate is pagan holidays? And I don't even see, listen, I don't even see why she say, yo, F white people, whatever. You know how many Arabs celebrate Halloween? Not to justify it, but hey, listen, you can't pick and choose, you know? When it comes to us, we don't celebrate Halloween. We don't celebrate Christmas. See, this is further proof that when we are in rulership, the people will rejoice. No Palestinian refugee will have to complain. What is wrong with these Israelites? They're celebrating Halloween, because we don't. Celebrate the Passover coming up April 4th, 2026, Houston, Texas. You understand? You won't have to complain about what we do. There is not going to be any Israelite fatigue in the kingdom. It's going to be righteous. You're going to be happy to be, serving under us. Like you're a refugee to a white country. Like, damn, these people are uncivilized. Well, I hear it as a call for help. She's basically saying, you Israelites need to go in power soon, because I'm tired of being under the rulership of the most uncivilized beast on the face of the earth. That's what she's saying. Salakia.
God. You understand? And also, you understand, like this is for you, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. All these nations' culture is vain. Their culture is vain. They understand, like she's complaining about white people celebrate them, you know what I'm saying, having their own feasts or holidays, whatnot, stupid holiday. But at the same time, their culture is full of stupidity as well. You know what I'm saying? They're throwing rocks, you know what I'm saying, like stoning the devil, you know what I'm saying, kissing a rock. All of that is nonsense. And this is what's so following this Bible is so important, because your culture is actually the number one culture in the face of the world. You know what I'm saying? Your identity, your, you know what I'm saying, your tradition is what comes from God, and everybody else is crap. Everybody else is BS. You understand? And that's one thing that you gotta, you know what I'm saying, we gotta realize as a people. But for those Arab that doesn't want black culture, also like a white culture and whatnot, why you moving over here? Why don't you tell the truth then? Tell the truth, you know what I'm saying? Black people are the real Jews, so you know what I'm saying, we could take, you know what I'm saying, over the world. Tell the truth. But we understand that, you know what I'm saying, your personality, the fact that you hate us as well, you're not gonna tell the truth about us, you know what I'm saying, until it's too late. But you know what I'm saying, like you guys know that, you know what I'm saying, like black people are the Jews, you know what I'm saying. What you should have put, like you saying, you should have said at the end, this is why we need black people to rule, because you know what I'm saying, they are the real Jews. You understand?
That's
But
what
of
she
course
should have
you're not
said.
yeah, of course you're not gonna say it, because you know what I'm saying, we know about Psalm 83, you know what I'm saying, about, you know what I'm saying, Ishmael, you know what I'm saying, Ishmael and all these other nations that hate us and that actually hate the Most High. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. So like it. Listen, that white people know nothing about decency or morals or nothing like that. This is not surprising. All they like is, you know, things like that. See, heads chopped off, feet hanging around. I mean, we know it's Halloween decoration. Even if it wasn't Halloween, this is their nature. They know nothing but death.
Yeah,
You understand? Death and danger. If you don't believe me, I'm gonna show you some proof that they don't value life. Listen, watch this. Good night.
On.
Good night. Listen, this is you can't have a people that do not value life rule over you. Good night. This man went from what 15 feet to 100 feet gradually. These people are not fit to rule the world. They do not value their own life. Imagine one gust of wind, one miscalculation, and you, damn. Maybe we would not have seen this video. This is for educational purposes. Do not attempt these at all. Not even in your dreams. Damn, and die of a heart attack in your sleep. It's lucky.
Like
You know.
reminiscing what he used to do in the mountain, in the Caucasus Mountain.
Yeah,
Just be jumped off of rocks.
that's exactly what they did. They had fun. It's like, damn, we need to see exactly like the movie trailer we played. They want to go back home. That's what they do, all these type of shit. Like jumping from rocks to rock. Have you seen the white people? They jump from one rooftop to another. The margin of error again is death. Like this man, especially in Paris and Russia, they do all these parkours. I seen the Chinaman. One Chinaman, he filled himself. He slipped. He died. Why are you surprised? You're climbing a high-rise building, and you're just trying to hang on to the building, you know, just to show your forearm strength. Just hang on to the ledge of the building. And what happens then? You slip. You get tired. You can't bring yourself back up, and then you're shocked that you die. You don't have real friends. No, some people should try to at least convince you to not do some stupid shit like that. You know, and everybody knows. Watch. Everybody knows this. Once it reaches a certain height, water is like concrete.
Yeah.
It don't matter from how I didn't even care. Listen, damn. See, that's the problem when it says these people who inhabit the cleft of the rock, you are indigenous to the Caucasus Mountains. You are. You need to go back. And don't think when you go back, we're going to allow you to jump from one mountain to the other like you're doing today. No, we need our slaves healthy and working on the plantations. You will not be allowed to jump. That's why right now, enjoy your kingdom as much as you can. Jump from cliff to cliff if you feel like it. Jump from 15 feet to 100 feet. If you feel like it, just make sure that you are ready to work on the plantation tomorrow. Salakia.
Salakia, I would assume like when they were in the Caucasus Mountain back, jumping from rocks to rocks and falling, breaking their legs, since they can't cure, you know what I'm saying, cure it or know what to do, they just chop up the leg and eat their own legs. That's probably what they were doing. You understand? That's the nature of the oppressor. And the oppressor always want adrenaline, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it's always like missing like sensation or something. Like, just be a regular human being, man. Always want to do like the most, like jumping out of plane. You know what I'm saying? This Edomites went in the sky. You know what I'm saying? They filmed them in the sky and just jump out the sky. You know what I'm saying? In the rocket and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like to prove what? You know what I'm saying? What's that gonna do for the world? What's that gonna do for you? You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
know what? That's Salakia. That's the crazy part. They're missing something. It's like, what are they missing? I've seen this video because I follow this brother, right? This video is funny as hell. He covered a video. The white man fished from a helicopter, but he didn't throw a fishing rod or anything or a hook. He jumped from the helicopter on top of the fish. Surprisingly, he caught it though. Damn, accuracy was amazing. Oh yeah, listen. If you don't believe the Bible is real, this man jumped from a helicopter right on top of a fish, on a swimming fish, off one of the fastest fish in the world. Let me see if I could find it. You know, these people, good night. I found it. Let me see. Good night. I found it in a matter of seconds.
New ways to go fishing. Now, this little bit of fishing is something that I've been inspired to do by one of the greatest fishing creatures of them all, the gannet. Now, how a gannet catches its fish is it simply flies around, uses its elevation to spot fish, it falls out of the sky and grabs the fish. There's a prolific amount of mahi-mahi, tuna, wahoo, and even marlin out here. We're going to go out here and see if we can find one of those fish, and I'm going to jump out of the sky and grab one. Quite simple, really.
Kelly to Smoker, we've located a marlin and Gannet man is standing by, ready to jump. Over.
Well then, here we go here. Just up in front of us there's a bit of activity. There is a few birds there. It looks like, you know, it's definitely a school of mahi-mahi on the surface and there's a bigger fish there that could be a shark. No, it's a marlin. So we just got to get lined up now, and while the fish are still feeding on the surface, we've got to take our opportunity.
Looks like you got it. Go again.
Good fucking night. Listen, you cannot make this up. This man jumped from a helicopter right on top of the fish. And these are dangerous fish. Listen, the fish could have just turned around quick. He has good reflex and stab him in the neck. This man just jumped on top of the fish, grabbed the sword nose or whatever they call it, the spike, right? And he rode the fish like a goddamn dolphin. Damn. You would think, yo, you see these things in movies and stuff. No, the white man really don't value life. Like how'd you come up with an idea of fishing from the sky, going in a helicopter and just no parachute in shark infested waters, jump on top of a fish? For what? For not even for views. They just did it. Just, I don't know, for the sake of it. Like opposite Ida said, oh, the oppressor is a junkie. He's an adrenaline junkie, you know. Yeah, they have to beat the world record of sniffing the most cocaine, jumping on top of fishes, and doing some dumb shit. And this is the people who rule the world. That's why, what does it say in Isaiah 14? When it's talking about Lucifer, everybody's gonna be like, these are the people that ruled over us? Like these people are dumb as hell. Who thought about this? Just for entertainment. Just what are you missing in life? Can't you be a normal human being like us out here said? Like, what are you missing in life? You just have to come up with some shit like, yo, we're gonna take a chopper. We're gonna fly over shark infested waters, spot a big ass fish, and just jump on it, catch it. Damn.
You just traumatized that fish right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that fish, like, you know what I'm saying, they about to communicate together. We got a new predator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might be rolling and somebody, one of these troglodyte just jump on your back and shit.
That's funny you say that. You know why? Because there's more shark casualties by humans than human casualties by sharks. Yeah. Believe it or not. Like, humans kill more sharks than sharks kill humans. And we already know why. Because the white man's the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. That's why. Like, good night. Imagine the Martin was going to have a heart attack. Like, he just got assaulted. Imagine out of nowhere, you're a fish, you get assaulted by something jumping on you. You think, yo, it's a shark. It's what this is. It's a white man. Like, I remember I seen this picture. What's his name? Jeremy Wade. He has a fishing show, right? There's a picture. They made a meme. They say, yo, this is one of them. This is a dangerous predator. Nah. You know, the most dangerous predator on the face of the earth, holding a tigerfish. And I was like, well, damn, this is accurate. Let me see if I can find the picture, right? I'm gonna show you the picture, because the tigerfish, is it a tigerfish? Oh yeah, this is it. This is absolutely it. Let me share my screen real quick. You see that fish? The Goliath tigerfish. That's real. They have that in Africa, in Congo. There was a meme that said the most dangerous predator on the face of the earth, holding a tigerfish. I was like, well, damn. But that's accurate, because listen, who thought this man has a show just catching dangerous fish? Like, why would you catch this? I mean, it is a lawful fish, but do you want to approach that? Damn, good night. Lord be with you. You know, Salaki out of one.
Yeah, that's Esau. Always in need of adrenaline, you know what I'm saying? And just like the one that died, you know what I'm saying, like a Crocodile Dundee. What was that his name?
Is it Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah, the one that was going over, you know what I'm saying, like a cat, you know what I'm saying, fighting and wrestling, catching everything, like, you know what I'm saying, he died by a stingray. Stingray messed him up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stingray messed him up.
Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying, that's the nature, and that's how they're gonna die too, because, you know what I'm saying, they don't respect nothing, like, you know what I'm saying, stay in your habitat. You want the fish, you catch it, you eat it and whatnot. After that, leave them things alone, man. You know what I'm saying, but the oppressor don't want to leave nothing alone, like, you know what I'm saying, he has to mess with everything.
Right. Goddamn devils. So, like, we can move on. Damn, this man jumped. Listen, this man jumped from a chopper on top of the fish. Well, damn. Hey, this is for all y'all celebrating Halloween, right? Y'all worried about fentanyl and drugs in the kids' candy. Watch this. The Klan is condemned after flyers found in child's Halloween candy. And you're trying to point the finger at us saying we recruit people. We don't. They do. You think you're having a safe Halloween? There's no such thing as a safe Halloween. You have to worry about fentanyl, about heroin, about all types of drugs in your kids' candy. Now you have to worry about them being recruited by the Klan. Good night. This is nefarious work. This is insane. Where is that? In Pennsylvania. Hey, I don't know. The U.P.K been telling y'all be safe out here celebrating Halloween. Y'all kids are about to be kidnapped and used as piñatas in the Klan's basement. That's what's gonna happen. Salaki out.
And you know what I'm saying? A lot of these children, they go unsupervised without know what I'm saying, without a chaperone or adult with them outside. Like I'm saying, like you shouldn't. First of all, you shouldn't even let your kids celebrate this holiday. You know what I'm saying, calling yourself black, and if you're proud to be black, because you know what I'm saying that has nothing to do with your culture. Most of you
Right.
ignore it. You know what I'm saying. Y'all say, well, we shouldn't follow the Bible because that's a white man book. But you celebrating every holiday the white man made. You know what
Imagine
I'm saying?
that. You got
You're a
them
hypocrite.
hypocrite.
Yeah, you're a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, you let your kid go unsupervised, you know what I'm saying, in somebody else's house for candy, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. What you putting in your child mind? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody could kidnap your child, you know what I'm saying? That's your fault. That's your fault. Like you know what I'm saying, somebody does wrong to your child, to your children during holiday, you know what I'm saying? And one thing that you're gonna realize is that you understand the oppressor is such a devil. He's preying on these children to be by themselves. You understand? These people gonna be wilder and more crazier, and you know what I'm saying, like you shouldn't be celebrating Halloween for first of all, but you know what I'm saying, don't let your kids go alone, you know what I'm saying, like don't let your kids go without supervision, because there's an oppressor like just like him that's gonna just take your child, put him inside, you know what I'm saying, like put him in the, you know what I'm saying, in the dungeon downstairs, you know what I'm saying, and next thing you know, you crying your days and night for your child, you know what I'm saying, for your children. Keep your children safe. Don't let them celebrate Halloween, man.
Yeah. I mean, if you let your child celebrate Halloween, you really hate your child. You put your child in harm's way. Like, you don't need Halloween for children to disappear. Imagine Halloween. Now everybody's disguised. You're not even gonna have a description of the kidnappers. You know. And just like Offset Adiar said, yo, goddamn hypocrite. If so-called Black, Latino, and Native rejecting the Bible claiming it's a white man's book when it's not, but you celebrate Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, your birthday or whatnot, you're a hypocrite. Because you have no issue celebrating all these holidays that the white man gives you. When it comes to the Bible, like, no, it's a white man's book. Well, don't celebrate Halloween. If you really, truly believe that you should not read the Bible because it's a white man's book, well, let me see how many of you are going to stop celebrating Halloween. Next week, let me see how many black people are going to stop celebrating Halloween. You understand? Matter of fact, let's do some interview in the streets, right? Do you believe the Bible is a white man's book? Yes. Should we follow it? No, because it's a white man's book. Well, do you celebrate Halloween? Yes. Isn't it a white man's holiday? Yes, but what? You see, you're a goddamn hypocrite. That's why you cannot be trusted. That's why your leaders are truly the worst leaders on the face of the earth, because they follow white people, which is the reason why you believe the Bible is a white man's book. Listen, come into the I.S.U.P.K. Get the breakdowns of the Halloween. Get the breakdowns, the true breakdowns of the Bible, not the ones you get in the Christian church. The Christian church is a gay club and a whorehouse. Salakia. Damn. The Christian church, is the house of Satan and lasciviousness. If you truly love your children, you will not celebrate Halloween this coming Friday. That's what's going to happen. You understand? And if you truly do believe the Bible is a white man's book, and that you should not fight because it's a white man's book, even though it's not, well, you should not celebrate Halloween, who was given to you by the white man. If to all you Benjamites, the same. Y'all celebrated Carnival. The white man told you to celebrate Carnival. You don't know that? It has nothing to do with Caribbean culture. Everything we celebrate, the white man gave to us. They have no issues with that. Salaki Adawan.
Yeah, what you said is powerful, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, like the government knows that the KKK killed, like, you know what I'm saying, so many people. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they're still in operation. You know what I'm saying? Like, why there's no RICO case against the KKK?
Right.
And we know, you know what I'm saying, and you know they're involved in drugs as well, because you know they're all high, you know what I'm saying, taking drugs and whatnot, drug addicts and whatnot. So how come there's never a RICO case against the KKK or those white supremacist groups? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know they commit crimes. You know what I'm saying? You trying to paint us black Hispanics, and Native Indian, you know what I'm saying, especially like Israelite, as like, you know what I'm saying, like a extremist group. Meanwhile, we go out there and feed the poor, and sometimes we feed the white people too. We help the poor, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't commit crimes, but you have a group, you know what I'm saying, that's committing crimes and unaliving people, you know what I'm saying? Giving out death threats to people. Yet there's no RICO case against them. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, you and the government are part, you know what I'm saying, of the KKK as well. So like,
God. Yeah, let's move on to the next one.
You travel to Brazil and you look around, you will see people of every shade. What if I told you that this diversity was actually a strategy, a silent weapon used to erase black identity? After slavery was abolished, Brazil did not stop being racist. The government encouraged mixing races, not to celebrate diversity, but to whiten the population over generations. And that's how the word pardo was born. A label that says, you are not really black. It's colorism, institutionalized. A system that taught millions that being lighter, that means being better. Brazil, even skin tone became a hierarchy. If you have a curly hair but lighter skin, you're still seen as different. If your features are more European, people say you are not black. But the truth is, genetics may mix, but racism still divides. And when white silence meets black policing of other black bodies, colonialism still wins. So when you come to Brazil, don't just see the beaches, the rhythm, the music, see the history written on people's skin. Understand that blackness here is not just one color. It's a spectrum of struggle, resistance, and pride. The diaspora made us plural. Whiteness tried to divide us, but we are all one people, all shades of black, all of them, because freedom has no color. If you travel to Brazil,
You understand? Listen, there's all these rules and whatnot, how we call it, they were implemented throughout Central South America, in the Caribbean. That's why we bleach our skin in the Caribbean. Y'all go read the book, what's called White Skin and Black Salakia, Black Skin and White Masks from Frantz Fanon. Y'all go read that book. You understand? You're gonna understand a better perspective of what the brother is talking about in the video. Not only that, rules were implemented by the Spanish crown, by the French. This is why there's damn near no black Salvadorians. They were all kicked out, and this is why a lot of our Hispanics brothers and sisters are pushing their daughters to marry white men to quote unquote better their race. That's what they've been doing. Now don't say they're naturally racist. They were conditioned to be to act like that. You understand? And that's throughout Latin America, Mexico, Brazil. All the black Salvadorians were kicked out to Guatemala and Honduras. Argentina, there's damn near no black people for the same reason. You understand? That doesn't mean they're non-existent. They're trying to erase us from over there. They're trying to fully take over. At the end of the day, you're the seed of your father. Regardless of your skin complexion or hair texture, you're the seed of your father. That's a brother right there you just seen. That's not a descendant of what did he say? Descendant of the Portuguese, descendant of the Spaniards. You would not even be able to tell. Guess who's not a brother though? Lenny Kravitz, Bob Marley. These are not brothers. What's the little, I don't know, some other chick name? I thought she was a sister. I'm like, damn, she's not a sister. Listen, Quincy Jones' daughter looks like a white woman. She's a sister. You understand? Salakia.
Just like the scriptures say, like Israel is like a speckled bird. From the darkest to the lightest, shades of brown. So we don't suffer from colorism in the UPK, we understand exactly who's our brother and who's not. It's not about skin color, and this is important for you, for you to understand what we do. Like, a lot of people think, well, I'm white, and so on. You saying all black people. We're not about skin color. We're about a nation of people, and that nation of people have different variation of skin color in it. Different variation of hair texture in it. We come out like a speckled bird. Like, if you haven't seen a speckled bird, go Google it. You're gonna see, like, it has dark, black, and whatnot. It has a bunch of color until you could find even white. So it's not about skin color, but it's about a nation of people that have been oppressed and that never received justice. And that brother, now hopefully we have like brothers in the Brazil, like, that could get flyers, for also a bun. You know what I'm saying, and really raise up those brothers in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Because Brazil is one of the places that the slave ship went into, you know what I'm saying, went to drop, you know what I'm saying, slave from Africa, Jews from Africa. You know what I'm saying? So these are our people as well, you know what I'm saying? We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying, the oppressor over there, you know what I'm saying, the oppressor. There's a lot of oppressor in South America. We're not talking about them, you know what I'm saying, but we're talking about our people, you know what I'm saying, like coming from different shapes, different shades, you understand whatnot. You are a brother, you gotta be in the UPK, man. You know what I'm saying? You must be in the UPK and you should be in the UPK. So like
Damn right. You understand? All skin folk is not kinfolk. Again, we don't go by colorism, and this is proof that we don't go by. I'm gonna show you. This is proof that we don't go by colorism. You understand? Salakia. These are not our people. These is not our people.
These women sculpt their hair with a mix of cow dung, animal fat, and herbs. At the front, they shape a bold black crest using hardened plant resin. Sitting on top is a unique headdress called a capapo, made of leather, colorful beads, and metal scraps. It's not unusual to see soda can pieces, plastic pipes, or metal lids woven in the hair. From the back, long braids hang down, also coated in black resin for shape. Some women even knock out their lower teeth with stones, a tradition tied to beauty and identity. And when combined with motherhood, it's said to make them a complete woman. These are the Hakaona women of Angola, where beauty is sculpted, worn, and passed down through generations.
Well, damn.
And I know, like I said, like for those blackity black, you know what I'm saying, that say, well, we are African and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, like we wrong for saying, you know what I'm saying, like Africans are not our people, you know what I'm saying. What about the East Indian that are blacker than us? Since, you know what I'm saying, like you guys suffer from colorism because you think that because we have black skin, we must be the same people. Until we speak about the East Indian, then you said no, that we're not like them, but they have black skin though. You know what I'm saying? So that's proof, like, you know what I'm saying, not because we have the same color of skin. You know what I'm saying? And every nation on earth have, you know what I'm saying, melanin in their skin except one, the oppressor. You understand?
Right. But again, these is not our people. The brother you seen talking about colorism in Brazil, that's our brother. These cow dung wearing, I mean, at least they recycle. Apparently, it's lucky, you know. Damn, at least they recycle. But these cow dung wearing people on their head, it's not our people. You understand? It's not because, you know, we want to it's not what we want. It's not about what we want. It's just all skin folk is not kinfolk. It is not easy to understand. Listen, you know what's the crazy part, right? It's only an issue when it comes to us. You know why? Because the white man will say, well, we're not Italians. These Italians are not our people. I mean, yeah, they're Caucasian as well. Well, they're a different type of people. The Jewish man is a different type of white. Like, you have no issue you only claim all skin folk is not kinfolk when it comes to you, right? Even though you're all the same Caucasian people, even though you don't like each other, it's irrelevant. Just like Adiyar said, there's some East Indians darker than us. In Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka has the darkest population of East Indians. The Arabs and the Iranis look the same, but they're not the same people. It's not easy to understand. It's not difficult to understand. You're just trying to rope us in with all the people that you claim look like us, just for you to not say that you Negroes, Latinos, and Native are the real biblical Jews of antiquity. You will have us identify as anything else but our true culture, except the white woman from yesterday. She said, "Yeah, you guys are the real Jews." That's what she said.
And so like I was about to mention that too, like one mind, because remember there was an African there too. You know what I'm saying, the one that was in the front desk. You know what I'm saying, we thought it was a brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, until we heard him speak. You know what I'm saying, and when we went inside and we told, like, you know what I'm saying, like to the Edomite, like, you know what I'm saying, like, black people are the real Jews. He was like, yes, that's true. So that's like
yeah.
What Africans we talk to over here in Montreal, and we say like black people are the real Jews, and they say yes, it is true. But that's the thing, they will never say it outside. They'll never, you know what I'm saying, like tell another black man, hey, you know you're a Jew. Meanwhile, if you know, you already know, they know you know, like they're gonna agree with you. But why not? If we like, you know, saying the same people, if we like, you know, saying like you love us so much, why not tell it to another black man, you know, saying that doesn't have know his identity? You know what I'm saying? Why keep it a secret until we show that we know? So like,
Can't. You understand? Get a few more clips. Listen, I don't see Dr. Umar claiming them though.
sure.
Shalom says Yahweh Shema, Thabashim Yahweh Shai.
Dr. Umar, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dr. Umar is after the money, you know what I'm saying? He goes where the money at.
Yeah, he don't give a damn about the Africans. He just listen. He the only thing he adopted from the Africans is the scamming culture. Because where's the school? Where's the school? Didn't we just have a new school in New Jersey? Where's the school, Dr. Umar? You're out here gambling the school's money, buying prostitutes, sniffing all the cocaine. Then you say, I'm broke. My funds are frozen. To my supporters, Cash App me. Here's my Cash App. Here's my Apple Pay. Nigga, damn. You scammed the people of $2 million and still asking for more. Talking about you broke? Where's the money? Call Apple support. Good night.
If I come to your house and you got a white Jesus hanging on the wall, burn that cracker off the wall right now. I was at a sister house and she had a big white Jesus on the wall. I said, do you really think Dr. Umar gonna sit at this table with this damn cracker on the wall? Burn it, because if you put it in the trash, a coon will get it out the trash and hang it back up. Leonardo da Vinci painted The Last Supper in 1482. 540 something years and you still got that cracker hanging on your wall, you need to be whipped. If I come to your house,
that's the only time he says something that makes sense. But, you know, not to give him too much credit, because at the end of the day, he will, if you leave it up to Dr. Umar Johnson, he will put Christ in the dashiki and say, this is the real Christ. You understand? That's Dr. Umar right here. I don't even know why he has a title of a doctor. But you get the point. You should not trust any coon. That's the point. But then again, you can't trust Dr. Umar either, because he's cooning for the Africans. You can't trust a race trader. That's the point. That includes him. Salakia.
And also what he just said, like it shows the lack of brotherhood and the lack of compassion and love for his people, really, because he said you should be whipped because you have a white Jesus on your wall. Meanwhile, he doesn't understand it's by the whipping we got white Jesus on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they whipped us, you know what I'm saying, to put that white Jesus on the wall. They whipped them, you know what I'm saying, beat us up to, you know what I'm saying, to learn their culture and learn that, you know what I'm saying, they break down their lies about the Bible. So the same thing that they use to, you know what I'm saying, traumatize us, the trauma and whatnot to make us accept white Jesus is the same solution that, you know what I'm saying, like, to get rid of white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Or just, you know what I'm saying, do like what the I.S.U.P.K is doing, is telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Tell the truth that we are the real Jews. Tell the truth that Jesus is a black man. Show it in the scripture. Show it in the history, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so diabolical, you know what I'm saying? Like, to say, like, well, you should be whipped because, you know what I'm saying, you have white Jesus on your wall. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, it is by, you know what I'm saying, by force, by pressure, you know what I'm saying, by atrocities, we got that white Jesus on the wall in the first place, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, you know what I'm saying, you listen to anybody else outside the UPK, you listening to somebody with no compassion, no love, no understanding of what really happened to your people, man. And that would just want to benefit of your struggle. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, he's mentioning, he's like, you know what I'm saying, for Africa, meanwhile, African was, you know what I'm saying, own us, you know what I'm saying, and put us in slavery before white people, man.
Right.
You know, so we should follow that. You know what I'm saying? So this, you know what I'm saying, this is the part I didn't agree with what he said, because, you know what I'm saying, like, we shouldn't be getting whipped, you know what I'm saying, our sisters, our brothers shouldn't be getting whipped because, you know what I'm saying, they have a white Jesus on the wall, but they should be told the truth. They should be told the truth, you know what I'm saying, open up them books, open up the archaeology, opening up, you know what I'm saying, like showing that we are not African, that we are different, you know what I'm saying, and also blaming the oppressor that made us put that white Jesus on the wall in the first place, because that's his fault. And blaming, you know what I'm saying, the Christian preachers that are not telling the truth. The congregation doesn't need to be whipped, but the Christian preachers, you know what I'm saying, that are pushing the lie, you know what I'm saying, they need to pay as well. So like,
Damn right. Just tell the truth that Christ is not white and that we're not Africans. That's all you had to do. You see, you want to go to the extreme because Africa has no brotherhood. You don't know brotherhood because you identify as an African. You hate yourself. You understand? Now, why don't you whip the Africans for not coming back to save us after slavery was abolished? Why don't you do that? You love the Africans so much, you want to help, you want to hold everybody accountable, but why not hold the Africans accountable too?
Right.
I just said they had us enslaved first, from the Egyptians to the Babylonians, the Philistines. Well, you want us to name every single one of them? You understand? Damgabar has a piece of archaeology, which is like what you call it again? So some chain they put around your wrist that was so tight you cut the blood flow off of your wrist. But the white man did not put these chains on us. The Africans did. You understand? I think I'm gonna find one and I'll order one just for educational purpose, so we could show y'all the archaeology that is still around. You can still find these on eBay. Imagine that. I'm gonna find these. I'm gonna have one of these for educational purposes, just to show y'all these were put on us by Africans.
Right.
Salakia.
Yeah, the Dr. Umar is not he's not a doctor, first of all, and he's not a brother, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like, that will tell you the truth, like, you know what I'm saying, where's the school, like you said, Officer Barkala, you know what I'm saying, like, where's the school, you know what I'm saying, like, I.S.U.P.K is opening school every, you know what I'm saying, every year, every month, every week, you know what I'm saying, we got a new brother, you know what I'm saying, we got a new school, we got new views and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, like, we doing, you know what I'm saying, something. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, like, this guy been there, you know what I'm saying, for the longest, you know what I'm saying, and, you know what I'm saying, he's still asking for money. Just like them Christian preachers, man. They can never have enough. You know what I'm saying? They can never have enough. They're like greedy dogs, like the Bible called them, greedy dogs.
Damn right.
They just want your money. You know what I'm saying? They just want your money. They don't want nothing else. They're not there for real black power, real black change. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, he was treating his sister like a slut. You know what I'm saying? Just for the fellatio. He was treating the sister just for that. Then after that, he said, "Bust," you know what I'm saying? A pussy stink.
Damn.
That's from the that's from Mr. Africa himself.
Damn.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was going through it with a sister. He said like the sister buck stank and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But she gave good head. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, the throat goat.
Yeah.
Good night. Hey, doctor. See, the problem is this doctor has a disease called self-hatred. Listen, don't think what you call it again, Stockholm syndrome only extends to white people. It extends to all these nations. Y'all become Muslim because of Stockholm syndrome. The Arabs, they swindle you into fighting white supremacy by converting to Islam. And that's still Stockholm syndrome, because you think they might show you a way out of white supremacy of Christianity, so you now should convert to Islam. Because Pan-Africanism is against white supremacy, so you should convert to Pan-Africanism. Like, yeah, believe it or not, it is a religion. You understand? But let me show you Dr. Umar in the Bible. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 5. Why should ye be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint. This nigga is sick in the head, talking about we should go back to Africa. All of these brothers, I just seen a post, some Brazilians are looking for citizenship in an African country, apparently, to trace back their lineage. Listen, you were there for a certain amount of time, temporarily. Imagine now we all move to China. After 4 generations, people are going to say, well, we're Chinese, but really we're Americans. Let's move back to America where we come from. Nigga, you were not from America. You understand? Just because you move from one place to another temporarily, and imagine that after being moved from China, you get taken by captives and shipped from China. Are you gonna say, well, I'm originally Chinese, even though you were just there for like 2 generations? Like, even no matter how you try to explain it, how dumb can you be to be like, yeah, we know what, we're Africans. You know we did not come from Africa. Well, this is where we were when we were taken from Africa. Yeah, but being taken from somewhere don't make you of that place you're taken from. Like, how is it hard to understand? This is crazy work, Salakia.
And another proof, like you're saying, like we are not from Africa itself. Like African, you're saying they have their whole history and legacy going back generations that they could go to and say like, this is my people, this is my culture. The only place we could go so far is slavery. You know what I'm saying? Slavery. And then you have the fake DNA that would tell you was over here, you was over there. You were like from like 20 different multiple tribes at the same time. You understand? Which doesn't make sense. But you know what I'm saying? Like we can't go back and say like, okay, this was our forefather, this our forefather still in Africa and whatnot. Meaning like, you know what I'm saying, this is not our people, you know what I'm saying? This is not where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Which is understandable now that, you know what I'm saying, that the real Jews, they fled into Africa, and those Jews are the people that Africans sold to white people, like the Bible said they were.
Damn right. If we have 2 more clips, right? This is crazy work. Imagine that. Damn, some American Nazis wanted to give reparations to black people. Well, damn.
Well, I think that the Negroes, who have done nothing wrong, in my opinion, except recently, but they did no wrong by coming here. We dragged them here, and I think we owe them something. I think we owe them a chance in their own nation in Africa.
Then you do intend to deport the Negroes to Africa?
You keep saying these things, sir, not me. Not deport them. Those who wish to may remain here on reservations like the Indians were. Those who will, of their own volition, accept our help, will be aided to go over to Africa and build their own nation as our ancestors, and yours, I might say, came over here and did in America. The Negro people we feel sorry for. We don't blame them. We don't feel they're evil or vicious. We feel it's just like a bunch of monkeys had been let out of a zoo by a group of Jews and given bottles and whiskey and guns and so forth. You wouldn't hate the monkeys, but you'd certainly want them back in the zoo.
If it weren't for the race mixers promoting a race mixing program to try to destroy the white race, we wouldn't have the problem.
Well, was there perhaps some incident in your childhood with a black person that turned you against them?
No, sir. Most blacks have always been very nice to me. I don't think it would be fair to be against a whole group of people because of one or a few acts that a few might commit. I don't think that it would be right to be against the niggers just because 1 or 2 niggers did something to me. I'm against the blacks because I think it's necessary to have a complete separation of the races so that the white race can live.
Well, I think that the Negro...
Yo, this is diabolical. The white man is like, trying to force himself to be kind to us, but still had to be the devil. You know, he's like, well, we ain't trying to deport them, you know. Even though we're not from Africa, he said, well, at the end of the day, let's just help them build something in Africa. Those who want to stay here, though, are going to be on reservations, just like the Indians. Well, damn. Like, there's no true kindness in the devil's words. That's diabolical. And these are Nazis. The other Nazis say, well, I'm against the blacks because we don't believe in mixing the races. God either. Nobody should mix. There's no such thing as a mix. We should not intermarry, which is not wrong. Let's just, you know, keep to each other, right? He said, well, the Nazis said, we can't blame a whole nation just for a few bad apples. And guess what? He did say, if it wasn't for the programs to destroy these people, we wouldn't have a problem with the blacks. They would not basically commit all the crimes and sell all the drugs. These are all programs for you to be destroyed. The white man said it. Now you can't say it's a biased ideology we have just to be against white people and to blame white people. The white man is saying, yeah, we have programs to destroy the blacks. And if it wasn't for these programs, well, black people would not be a problem. The white man, he admitted to being the devil the Bible speaks of. Salak.
Right. You understand? And the analogy that he's trying to use with the monkey, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why he used monkey, you know what I'm saying, well, hey, you know them people. But yeah, when he said like if you give monkey, you know what I'm saying, like whiskey and guns, you're not gonna be mad at the monkey, you know what I'm saying, because of him shooting each other, you know what I'm saying, whatnot. You know what I'm saying, or being violent, but they understand that part, you know what I'm saying? So why you know what I'm saying, if you could understand this, you destroy people, you put them in slavery, you put them in captivity, you took away their identity, then you put drugs in in their community, you know what I'm saying? Why now today in 2025 you're trying to say like they're 13% of the population and you know what I'm saying, like 50% of the crime or 70% of the crime? It doesn't make sense because you destroyed that people, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that's why they didn't want like the Nazi to speak too much. That's why, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of things that Hitler was saying, like, you know what I'm saying, was never translated as well. And now come to find out they're being translated today, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh damn. So you know what I'm saying? Like dude was speaking some real fact for white people, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like he was saying some I mean the Amalekites, you know what I'm saying, destroying their way of life and everything, you know what I'm saying? So they said a couple good things, but they're still oppressor as well. And one thing I want to add, like when the other one, the other Nazi, you know what I'm saying, said, well, black people always been nice to us, to him. Well, guess what? Most of you Nazis and KKK, black people always been nice to you guys. You know what I'm saying? There's a picture of I don't know if you know that picture. There's a picture of a black nurse, a bunch of black nurse, a KKK, you know what I'm saying, in this KKK garment. I think he was shot or something, and they're caring for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's
I remember that.
Yeah, there's a picture, you know what I'm saying? You have a KKK member shot or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, in the hospital, and you have black people caring, black women caring for him. Black people always are nice. You understand? We're the most compassionate people on the face of the earth. We're the most, you know what I'm saying, like, of course, in our destruction, you know what I'm saying, we act wild and whatnot because we don't have, you know what I'm saying, no common sense or knowledge of self, really. You know what I'm saying? But we are a kind people, man. You understand? Kindness and black people are synonymous. You understand? So like,
imagine that, right? That we're so kind that even towards a terrorist organization that burns crosses, that lynch us, that do horrific things to us, I'm gonna say, well, black people always been good to me. You know, that's just your regular proud racist white man. Say, my only problem is, you know, we should not mix, which we should not. We don't disagree with that. You know, and they understand, like, the monkey analogy was crazy though. But, you know, this, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised or whatnot. This is the oppressor, you know. But he's saying, listen, if you give animals like drugs and guns and now their behavior is erratic, well, I can't blame the animals itself. I have to blame us for giving them drugs and guns. That's really what he's saying. And these are, like, you would think people would call them the epitome of racism when it comes to the white race. This is regular white men. This is your regular American, your regular Frenchman, your regular British men. They know that they are the reason we are destroyed. And he's even saying, shit, we owe them reparations. Damn. Imagine that. So, like, we have one last clip, and then we're going to end the show.
Yeah, that's good.
So, like, let me reload the clip.
Slavery never happened, then you would be in a grass hut. Yeah. Right. Well, we need reparations. Your reparations are that you get to live in America. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You get to have the Christian religion.
That's
live
right.
better than your ancestors.
The greatest moment in history for any brown or black country is the moment that the white man's ships arrive on your shore.
Let me tell you about what black people suffered through after those white men's ships arrived on their shores. They got hundreds of years of enslavement, oppression, abuse, torture, murder, rape. Not only did black former slaves get nothing after emancipation, President Andrew Johnson, a white Southerner, he made certain that white enslavers were made whole. Reparations, but not for former slaves, reparations for rich white slave owners. After the Civil War, blacks were kept poor, systematically poor, and with almost zero ability to grow wealth. Thousands of black prisoners were leased by Southern states to former white enslavers in what were called convict leases, where blacks, again, worked for free while white men made themselves rich again from their labor and upon their broken backs. There were also sharecropping, which grossly exploited black work ethic while allowing the former enslavers to maintain their power and to continue to grow their wealth, their white wealth. Again, ultimately passing that on to future generations of their white descendants. Of course, during this time, there were also Jim Crow laws in place all over the South, which made it illegal for black Americans to occupy the same spaces as whites. Hospitals and bathrooms, private buildings, elevators, phone booths, restaurants, water fountains. Everything that was white, which was everything, was off limits for black Americans. Black Americans. Jim Crow laws also intended to force black people into indentured servitude, to limit their voice in the political system by stripping away their constitutional rights to vote, and to control where they live. It was the American legal system explicitly designed for oppressing them. You know this though, Joel, right? So tell me, Joel Webben, your goofy little sidekick maybe, or anybody else for that matter, black people should be thankful? Thankful? America wasn't a different nation back then. In so many ways, we are the same country, making the same mistakes, abusing the same peoples, reinforcing those same old traumas.
If slavery...
Yeah, I mean, the white man is a devil. Some white men, listen, John Muhammad said it himself. There are some good white people out here. The last thing that he needs to do is, you know, just bow down with his face toward the earth and lick up the dust of our feet. But he did say the fact that he's showing the hypocrisy of his nation. You know, he's realizing that, listen, he might, this white man with a pink tuxedo, he might feel slightly remorseful. Again, I say he might, and slightly, because I don't know him personally, but he spoke facts. The truth is that every heathen nation will be thankful to serve under us. That's what the Bible says. The Bible says, when the righteous on authority, the people rejoice. Just like that Palestinian woman complaining about the monstrous Halloween decoration of white people, saying she's tired of white people. When we are ruling over the whole planet Earth under Christ righteously, every nation will be glad to be under us. The white man will be glad to be under us. You know how I know? Because the white man has nothing to live for. He has to jump from helicopters in shark-infested waters to catch a fish that could kill him in a matter of seconds. I know because white people need the adrenaline rush of skydiving with no parachute. That's the true thing. That's real. White people have to, you know, swim with sharks, literally. Just recently, a quote-unquote harmless shark, what they thought to be a harmless shark, killed a white person. Imagine that. White people will be thankful to be under our rulership. Salaki.
Salaki, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you've seen the video about Alex Jones, where Alex Jones said, those black Israelites, you know what I'm saying? They say, kiss my butt, bitch. Well, Alex Jones, maybe you should get to know the history of black people, you know what I'm saying? This is a little video that could help you, man, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? It will be better for you, you know what I'm saying, to come and bow down before Christ come back, you know what I'm saying? Because it's either that or it's going to be your head. You decide, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you do a lot of news, you know what I'm saying, whatnot, maybe you should research about who your people enslaved. You know what I'm saying? Who your people, you know what I'm saying, still keep in captivity. And who your people are saying, like, well, you know what? It is a good thing for them to be slaves. You know what I'm saying? And that's in the mind of a lot of white men. It's just like nowadays because of Trump, you know what I'm saying? You have white men, you know what I'm saying, coming out and showing their real spirit and whatnot. But, you know what I'm saying, this is in the mind of a lot of white people, you know what I'm saying? They think like, you know what I'm saying, like we used to live in huts and whatnot. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, like, the English, and you know what I'm saying, the English and the Spaniard once they went into Africa, they destroyed a lot of monuments, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things that was built over there, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of archaeology, you know what I'm saying, like was destroyed over there, you know what I'm saying, because we had empires over there in Africa. We had empires, African also had empires, you know what I'm saying, and they were wealthy as well, you understand? So saying, you know what I'm saying, the narrative, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, we were living in huts and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, it is a lie. Even over here, you know what I'm saying, like when they try to say that the Native Indian are savages, meanwhile they, you know what I'm saying, they were, you know what I'm saying, more advanced, you know what I'm saying, than any other civilization during that time. You understand? They make pyramids and whatnot. They had like water, you know what I'm saying, water conduct, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, that streams and whatnot they're doing like with technology, and that still today they don't understand. White people can't understand how these people make these things, you understand? You know what I'm saying? Slavery is not the best thing, you know what I'm saying, that happened to us, but it's gonna be the best thing that happened to you. So like,
damn right. With that said, that was another amazing episode, you understand, of One West Ground Zero Radio, hosted by Officer 1000 Adiyar and myself, Officer 500 Barakiala. Right? Listen, get into these podcasts. We're live every Sundays, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, tune into these classes, right? You don't have any excuse to not be in these classes, to not tune into the podcast. Ask us questions, make comments, you know, stop sucking on blunts. You understand? Right. It's time. Like, what is it? Romans 13:11. It is time right now to awake. Stop dreaming about your American dream. You have to be asleep to do so. It's time for you to come to these classes. Time is short, and we're living on borrowed time, and we're running out of it. With that, to for everybody who tuned in, to all the brothers, Shalom Yahweh Hashem Shabrakatam, to all the sisters, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Bahashem Yahweh Shai. We'll see you next week, Israel. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.
Yeah. One West. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. We work hard in a life, hustle every day and all in a night. Man a hunt for the goal and a dig it in a road and a live no life. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now me a seek time for myself and me a shell down some party. Be stressed, me a look for a recess. For me brain me a refresh. This a game me a reset. Move to the girl inna the beach dress. The body a roll she a the neatest. She nah no man, nah that a the weakness. So me the in her ears but not like a real pest. Nah, just a move with a vibe. Liquor we a pour, the mood is alive. If you do 9 to 5 I know you a get rich, you do realize. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now we a pour kulu rump on Hennessy with Campari. That is it. Move to that girl, let the body tick. What is it? You know see me attack loud the politics. Watch it twist. No one see no ratchet flick, no matic click. No negative energy, a positive. One West I keep the peace and no magic trick. We a dance till in icon. We a groove, we a vibe. I no care, no fear right off. Make it home with your life. Me say, me no want see you leave yet. Me no want see you depressed. We a party for de-stress. We work hard in a life, hustle every day and all in a night. Man a hunt for the goal and I mash up the road and not live no life. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Me stress, me a look for a recess. For me brain me a refresh. This a game me a reset. Move to that girl inna the peach dress. The body a roll she a the neatest. She nah no man so that a the weakness. So me the inna it here that a no real test. Nah.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.